chose this way of living, nah, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Without a doubt, I've been around. Yeah, everybody knows my name when I show up now. And I've been from New York to LA and every place in between, but they don't do it like we do it in my hometown. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same in my Dixie, same rowdy bunch with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country. Yeah, I'm anything but new to country. Yeah, I'm anything but new to country.
You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me more than I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I got you a prime time, I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Only one team will keep the winning ways going to start the season as we're off in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And he's all the way across midfield down to inside that 45-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, ready, put.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing the loss, first play of the game. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Out of the gun, Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Luda Baker bringing that one to an end.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to...
3rd down, it's Young. Escapes the pocket. He can call himself. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you can take a whole bunch of pride in, not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this.
60 red, 60 red, 6, mega.
4th down, here's Young. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Still fighting forward. It won't be a touchdown, Brock, but it sure was close. He winds up out of bounds just about a yard shy of the goal line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, if I know running backs, Kate, and I think I do after all these years, this is not a want the next touch. This is a need, a demand for the next touch. Go get that fruit from that seed that you just planted at the 1.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Benson scores. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 13-0 lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown.
Okay, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive touchdowns, but even sweeter than that is 2 rushing touchdowns. You are setting the tone and the mindset, and this defense, they better regroup.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43.
They've got a man in motion. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Young working from the gun. Downfield, he's got McMillan. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32. Shotgun snap now to Young. That's caught by Hubbard. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Looking to throw, Young. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's on the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's go. 33, yellow. Drill green. Ready.
Young on 1st and 10. Into traffic, complete. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers will each pay dirt for the first time this game. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can, and certainly was effective.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Caught, nice game left side. Down to the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow their early lead to 13.
There are a couple different ways now to win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14.
Panthers 7.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Tremble with the grab. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Red, cycle. Cut.
Young to throw it. And no yak this time. They got it on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Red. Here we go, set. 60 red. 6, set.
It's Young to throw here on first. Buys time, rolling right. Cut down the field again. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. They got 21 yards on the play, and that's good for a Panthers first.
Ready. Set. Cut.
Now shotgun handoff to Brooks. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, but they drop him behind the line. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 21-7 is our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range.
95. Set.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Panthers make it a one-score game in the first half. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Here we go. 19 Tiger.
They'll begin this drive with Benson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you...
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the the second straight play, Brock. They're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Check smash. 19 Lions. 18 Pioneer. Take over.
They're in long for him here. Into the hands of Harrison. Into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 13-point lead. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This will end up as a touchback.
The Panthers take over first and 10. The Panthers take over first and 10. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. We're going to take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Ready. Blue 32. Red, yellow. Black ultra. Set.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Finds him on the slant. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready.
Working now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. They're looking for Michigan there that time.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now. They need 7.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Young. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson makes the play. And the Cardinals take over as he records his 10th career INT. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. This time looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
At their own 20-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he drives it up to the 24. Sean Murphy bunting, ranging over for that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Right. Here we go. Ready.
Now it's Young. Complete to Tremble. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of game.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Young to throw here on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Ready?
To the air yet again. Young. On the move, headed right. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Hand off to Benson from the gun. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Cardinals in front here at State Farm Stadium. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
18, Pirates, 7 Pirates, Cup 19, Mustang 19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a 3rd one's coming at some point.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 79 Bronco. 18 Pioneer. And up.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Down. Set.
Out of the gun, Young. Completed to his running back. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st. New set of downs for him. Starts at the 38.
Set. Hut.
Gain of 11 on the play.
Red. 38.
1st down, Panthers.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Forced out to his right. Complete down to the right side.
Time and again, receivers would tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Red. Red. 10 black.
Here's Young again. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow. 22.
Sticking to the air, it's Young. He's got it. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Come on, set. Black, 95. Plastic, 6. Ready.
Again, it's Young. Chased out to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Black 40. Blue striker. Ready.
Shotgun snap now to Young. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers making a one-score game before halftime. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Kate. And some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. To the air now on 1st and 10. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine. From the gun on 3rd down. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Throwing now out of the shotgun. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
Second down pass play coming. He's got to push one deep down the right. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Check. Take over.
Third and long for him here. He's trying to go deep again. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go. Punt.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Young working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle. Here we go. Set. Yellow, 22. Set.
Now Young. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Case. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burnt bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead.